Yeah, it's been frustrating. I think over the past few months when I've had to miss games for club and country. So to be able to be fit for this game and up for selection, I'm delighted.
I think a lot of people will also want to know how you feel the next few months might pan out injury-wise. I mean, what can you say at this stage?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. I think my back hasn't been a problem since last season. This season I was injured because I pulled my thigh the day before the season started, so it had no connection to my back or anything. So, touch wood, my back's a clean bill of health, so that's not a problem or a concern of mine anymore.
The last qualifier you played was against Ukraine at Wembley. I mean, we saw that night how tricky that they can be as opposition, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, Ukraine have got some very talented players. Obviously, everybody knows about Shevchenko, but they've got other players who are top drawer as well. So we know that we've got to perform well to win this game, and they'll be wanting to win because they've still got a chance of qualifying.
Я бы хотела отметить, I will translate.
In a moment, if you like, yeah. South Africa would be your fourth World Cup. What would you say is the one thing you've learned from the previous three?
I think how to manage yourself, not only on the pitch but off the pitch while recuperating, what to eat, what to do with your spare time, channeling your mind into the games properly. I think that's a big element of doing fairly well in a big tournament. So getting that right is very important, but again, making sure that you're in good condition as well once you get to the finals is very, very important.
You couldn't really ask for more in terms of what England have done in the qualifying so far. Yeah. But in what areas do you feel the team may have to improve if they are to have a major impact at the World Cup?
I don't think I could single out one area that we need to improve, and I think there's many areas. I think every aspect of our game needs to improve if we're to win in the big one over in South Africa. I think once we finish the qualifying campaign, then we can get very serious about, and the draw's done, we can get serious about looking at who we're playing and how we're going to battle against them teams. But I think we need to make sure that we get everything on point when we get there.
Yeah, maybe just like questions from Ukrainian journalists.
Sorry?
Maybe questions from Ukrainian
Yes,
journalists.
absolutely.
10 years ago tomorrow, Frank Lampard made his England debut. Are you surprised by just how much he's achieved, or did you even in your early days at West Ham think...
Say that again at the beginning.
10 years ago tomorrow, 10 years ago tomorrow, Frank Lampard made his England debut. Are you surprised at how much he's gone on to achieve since then, Rio, or did you always think in your early days at West Ham that he'd be this good?
Not at all. I think Frank's always had a talent. He's always scored goals from midfield. He was always one of the better players in our youth team, so it was never a surprise to me how well Frank done. I think he's always worked hard in the training ground, and I think you get rewards on the pitch, and Frank's doing just that.
Do you get a sense that the competition for places is growing stronger with each game that takes place now because of the World Cup now a few months away?
I think that's inevitable. I think everybody knows that places are up for grabs on the plane to go to South Africa, and we've all got to perform to our highest abilities at every given moment, whether it be training, whether it be with England in the national team, or with playing for your clubs on the weekends.